The S-5, first designated Rs-57, is a rocket weapon developed by the Soviet Air Force and used by military aircraft against ground area targets. It is in service with the Russian Air Force and various export customers. It is produced in a variety of subtypes with different warheads, including heat anti-armor, S-5K, high explosive fragmentation, S-5M/MO, smoke, and incendiary rounds. Each rocket is about 1.4 meters, 4 feet 6 in, long and weighs about 5 kilograms, 11 pounds, depending on warhead and fuse. Range is 3 to 4 kilometers, 1.9 to 2.6 miles. Development. Developed in early 1950s, originally as part of the air-to-air S-5 weapon system for the MiG-19. The rockets were tested in a series of configurations on MiG-15 bis and MiG-17 jets, with the final tests complete on a MiG-17 PF in January 1955. The tests revealed that the rockets did not perform as expected against aerial targets. The rocket Rs-57 was accepted into service in April 1955, with the military designation S-5. Apart from the Soviet Union and then Russia, S-5 rockets were produced among others in Poland. As of 2013, the only producers remained Belarus and Bulgaria. Description. The S-5 is a 55 mm, 2.2 in, caliber unguided rocket fired from a 57 mm caliber tube. It is used by fighter bombers and helicopters. It consists of a steel body containing a solid fuel rocket, and a high explosive warhead with a mechanical impact fuse. At the rear of the rocket is an elongated exhaust nozzle, with 8 attached forward folding wings. The fins fold around the rocket when it is stowed in its launch tube, springing back as soon as it leaves the launch tube. In flight, the fins provide a stabilizing spin to the rocket, turning at approximately 750 rpm. The solid rocket motor burns for just 1.1 seconds, during which time it covers about 300 meters, 985 feet. The S-5 is carried in rocket pods, with 432 rockets. The first were Oro-57 launchers, made in variants with capacity of 4, 8, and 16 rockets. Most typical became Oro-57K for 8 rockets, used especially with MiG-19. Then, beginning in the early 1960s, the typical launcher became UB-16-57, with 16 rockets, developed in several variants for helicopters and planes. UB stands for Universal Block, as it could be carried on conventional bomb hardpoints. 57 refers to the actual diameter of the launch tube, the diameter of the rocket plus 2 mm. The first variant in UB-16-57U had a conical forward part while the next variant UB-16-57D had a blunt forward part. Starting in 1968, a variant UB-16-57UMP was produced, with a conical forward part and 5 protruding inner tubes. In the 1970s, UB-32 was developed with 32 rockets, carried by heavier aircraft. In Poland, Mars-2 launcher was developed for 16 rockets, and in Romania, LPR-57 launchers for 16 rockets. Operational history. Afghanistan. S-5 rockets were used extensively by Sukhoi Su-25 and Mi-24 aircraft in Afghanistan in the 1980s, where their effectiveness was considered poor. Pilots described the rockets fanning out after launch like a tulip, and that the warhead was only good for tickling the Dukis, Mujahideen, heels. The Russian forces have shifted to higher caliber weapons like the S-8 rocket instead. In addition, the Soviet 40th Army made use of improvised launchers mounted on T-62 tanks, BTR-70 APCs, and Ural 4320 trucks in a ground-to-ground role. Israel. On Sunday, January 6, 2009, the Israel Defense Forces identified a rocket fired at Israel earlier in the day by militants in the Gaza Strip as a Russian-made S-5K, the type used in battle in Iran and Afghanistan. According to the IDF, the rocket fired at Kibbutz Alumim in the Negev marked the first time militants in Gaza have used this type of weapon. Although the weapon is intended to be launched aerially, Gaza militants chose to launch their rocket from ground-based launchers. Unlike a Qassam rocket, the S-5K contains more explosives, but is less precise. On Friday, December 8, 2017, two S-5 rockets fired from Gaza Strip landed on Sderot. One of the rockets landed on a kindergarten and the second one landed on a nearby street, causing damage to a car. Libya. S-5, along with S-8 and S-13 rockets, have been deployed from the backs of pickup trucks, generally, technicals, during the 2011 Libyan civil war, serving as a makeshift MLRS. The rebels have also developed a man-portable launcher for the S-5, turning the rocket into a makeshift RPG round. Syria. The S-5 has seen use by the Syrian Air Force against opposition forces in the Syrian civil war. Typical launcher's specifications. Oro 57K. Rockets, 8. Length times diameter, 1447 times 220 mm. Weight, empty, 33 kg. Weight, loaded, 64 kg. Aircraft, MiG-19. UB-16-57 UMP. Rockets, 16. Length times diameter, 1880 times 335 mm. Weight, empty, 57 kg. Weight, loaded, 138 kg. Aircraft, MiG-21, Su-7, Mi-8, various variants of UB-16-57. UB-32. Rockets, 32. Length times diameter, 2080 times 481 mm. Weight, empty, 103 kg. Weight, loaded, 264 kg. Aircraft, MiG-21, MiG-23, MiG-27, Su-7, Su-17/20/22, Su-25, Mi-17, Mi-24.
Please subscribe and thanks for watching.